Hi, how is everybody doing? I'm here with another knife review, my second ever. How about that for a change, huh? Bringing you today the Kershaw Blur, a knife designed by Ken Onion, a knife designer from Hawaii. Very interesting character. I recommend that you check him out. He's got a lot to say. He approaches knife making with a theme, as if let's make a knife today. So let's imagine that I'm in this scenario, like in some remote island doing something crazy or exploring outer space from NASA. So he finds a theme, a story, and then he begins to develop the knife based on that. This is called the Blur. It's been around for a long time, you know, ever since I began to pay attention to higher end folding knives and knives in general. This was in my radar for sure. Who hasn't heard of the Kershaw Blur? If you haven't, then you've been living somewhere that you shouldn't mention in your first date. So this is a special type of blur in that it's got some coloration that's not your typical black. This is OD, kind of a dark green with some rubber inserts here. The blade is a standard 14C28N. It's nothing special. I would say it's a little bit step up from. I'm not a knife guru, a blade steel guru, but it performs about the same as Oz 8, perhaps a little bit softer in my opinion. But man, does it take an edge. It really gets sharp easily. All right, so I'm not gonna go super detailed on this one. I received some feedback from people that are close to me that said that I bored the heck out of them talking 20 minutes about a knife without doing any cutting. So this is for all of you guys. Let's cut some carrots. Let's see how it does. Does it cut? Yes, it does. It cuts well, guys. Want some lime? Let's slice it up real good and thin. Alright, you can bring over your vodka and orange juice or vodka and whatever else you want. Cuba Libre. Okay? So, the Blur accomplishes very precise cutting with a hollow grind that Kershaw makes very proficiently. The edge right here is very thin. Right behind the edge, we're talking about a lot of removed material, so this thing is gonna slice well. Ken Onion often gives you a recurve on the cutting edge. As you can see, this is not a plain, this is not a straight edge, right? So that recurve allows you to bite into the material a little bit deeper as you bring it this way, okay? So why do I have the Blur? You know, this is not considered a higher end knife by many standards. It's not, it's about a budget blade. You would say, you know, a little bit higher up than your Tenacious, your entry-level Spydercos, and definitely your entry-level Kershaws. Don't forget, guys, this is made in the USA, okay? It doesn't say that here, but it is made in the US. So it's well made, it's well made. So the reason why I really like it, it's because of the construction, right? You can see some amazing center in there. The design in particular is just very well balanced. I guess the name says it all. It's a blur. It blurs a lot of attributes that are nice to have, that are desirable by knife enthusiasts. All right, so let's go into some details. Okay, talked about the blade. The blade is 3.375 inches long. The blade thickness is 0.12 inches. Okay, the handle length is 4.5 inches. Okay, this dimension is relatively thin. I don't have the exact measurements. I slapped on a deep carry pocket clip. As you would imagine, that's just amazing the way it carries in a pocket. That's just how the Blur carries, guys. I mean, that's perfect, right? No complaints there. The bevels on the handle are also kind of round, so this slides in comfortable once you grip it. Also, it doesn't really create any hot spots other than the pocket clip here. It's a very comfortable knife all around. Okay, as you can see, there is not a hard cutout or no hard lines anywhere. This is very smooth and round and flowy. Okay, that's just what you get. That's the design of the Kershaw blower. Okay, so let's talk about the action because it's really important on this knife. This is spring assisted. Kershaw does that quite a lot. You hit this weirdly looking deployment stud here. You begin to push it, and it just comes out. I mean, it really comes out, guys. This baby wants to jump. Look at it. Just barely press it, and it comes out like an automatic knife. So that's what Kershaw does with their speed assist. Speed save, it says so right here. Oh, that's where the USA is printed on. I'm sorry, guys. It's been screaming at me all along. Kershaw speed save USA. I would prefer not to see that right there, somewhere else in the blade, but whatever, it's there. So deployment is amazing. It's one of my most enjoyable knives to deploy. It really is. It comes out, it always locks up good. Absolutely no play up or down or side to side. It's in there. There's no movement whatsoever. There's a liner lock keeping things in place. It's well executed. Okay, it's nested within these aluminum handle scales, so the steel liner is nested in there. Let's see if I can show you how far it travels. It travels up until this screw here. Okay. You see the definition of the aluminum and the nested stainless steel resting inside of it. Okay, so aluminum will be softer on you. For example, these two screw holes for the pocket clip, I stripped out. I used, I guess I wasn't careful. Maybe I was using a little bit bigger screws from my drawer full of 100,000 screws, and I made it bigger so the pocket clip would slide around. I put it back here and it's secure, but just be aware that that aluminum is not as hard, and it will strip out, so be careful. And that's probably all I have to say. One quick shout out to Ken Onion. I've been following his work for years and years. I've carried and enjoyed a few of his models, mostly the Leak and this baby here. This knife is really well made, guys, and the design is just the design is almost better than the quality that we see here. It's just an amazing design. I mean, it's really well balanced, round, smooth, comfortable. It can go to town on a trip into the wilderness. It can go to town in the kitchen, tactical applications if that's your desire, whittling in the backyard. Whatever you want to do with a Kershaw blower, it just blurs in. There you go. Thank you.